And about next episode.
Episode 7, everybody.
Whoa, and police are just leaving my house.
What have you been doing, Dan?
Oh, not my house, but my neighborhood. I can see police just putting things down doors and stuff.
Right. Anyway.
Also, I've got a cup of tea.
Wonderful. WandaVision. That's the most relevant point. It starts with Wanda waking up with hexagonal duvet covers.
I didn't notice that.
I spotted that because I was like, oh, they're kind of hexagonal shaped, and then it's like, yeah. And then we get the
everything's hexagonal on this living show.
And then she breaks the fourth wall. Aptly titled because the episode is called "Breaking the Fourth Wall."
Yeah, I mean it's like the Modern Family style.
Yeah, and The
sitcoms.
Office as well. People have pointed out The Office. Any show where they talk to the camera is like a documentary style thing. And then the kids come into the room and asking if they can help her because everything's starting to glitch and the console controllers that they're playing start changing. And it starts as like a Nintendo console controller, and then it goes to a Wii. No, it starts as a I think
a Switch.
I don't think it's a Switch. I think it's like maybe a Nintendo Wii. Then it goes to something else. I'm gonna pop the scene up.
At some point, it goes to Uno cards.
Yeah,
favorite card game of all time.
I do enjoy Uno. Yeah, it's very strange, and everything's happening, and she doesn't care. She's like, I just want to be left alone. I just want to have a day to myself. Yeah, N64, and then it goes to an Atari, then it goes to Uno, and then, they're very
a lot of
confusing.
glitching.
Yeah, I have those controllers, like the Atari one.
I just have the Wii one.
I have the Atari.
And then on the outside world, they're setting up a new new sword base.
Yeah, 8 miles out, so you know how much she's grown it, 8 miles outside of Westview.
Yeah, it's massive.
She's expanded 8 miles.
And also the actual dome of hexagons is now really visible.
Yeah, you didn't spot that at first, or did you?
No, I did notice at first. But yeah. As soon as I saw it, I was like, "Oh, there's the hexagons."
Yeah, and you because I think that's the first time you see it wide shot where you can actually start to see the hexagonal shape of them. Also,
yeah, because this new sword base isn't right next to the hex. It's like really far out from it because you don't want to get sucked in again.
Yeah, it's quite a few miles. It's a couple miles away, but the actual dome is. Also, then we missed the title sequence where it's going, and it's just all Wanda. It's just all Wanda.
Yeah, that was interesting. It's like suddenly Vision's not kind of
also
part of this show.
We did skip over this, but the milk carton has a picture of a missing kid when it's changing.
I did notice that, but I couldn't figure out who it was.
People are either speculating it's the missing person report that Jimmy Woo is maybe investigating.
Maybe.
Because we still haven't found that character that Jimmy Woo was investigating as to why he was there in Westview. So maybe the missing person report is that. And also the cereal that she used is called Sugar Snaps, and people are thinking that refers to the snap that Thanos did.
Maybe. I mean, who knows? There's so many references to everything in the show. They intentionally make it confusing like this. Yeah. People to think about.
That's good television. It makes you invested. But then we get Vision waking up after being saved by Wanda in the last episode.
Yeah. And of course he's in the circus, where everything else turned to a circus.
Yeah, and he runs into Darcy, who
for the first time,
who's under the influence of the hex, because
of course, because why wouldn't she be? She's in the hex now.
Yeah, and she's an escape artist. So, but the question is, does she have powers? Because it was referenced that Monica Rambeau is getting powers. So would she get powers similar, or is she just going to be standardized?
It seems you only get powers if you go through a hex twice.
Maybe. But yeah, also a nice little thing is that the dude who then goes up to Vision and asks him to go and do his job is also the dude who gave Darcy her TV
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, someone pointed that out to me, and I was just like, oh, that's kind of neat. That means that they are all literally the S.H.I.E.L.D. agents that were there.
I mean, it is all of them. It's the whole team.
It's a vast majority of them, because it does cut back when it shows the director and everything. There are a couple people there and stuff still there, but yeah, they're all in the circus, and he's like a strong man, I think. And then Darcy also cuts to the camera and does like, oh, why is this dude trying to date me and whatnot? Because she thinks that he's trying to ask her out, which I thought was a bit weird, because none of what he was saying was like, I want to ask you out, sort of thing. But then she does the...
that's the comedy behind it, isn't it? Like...
Yeah. But then she does the magic trick where she breaks out of the chains that she's in.
Which is interesting, because last time she was just handcuffed, and they turned into whole chains.
Yeah. And then we go back to Wanda and the kids, and she's like, I don't know what's going on. Just leave me alone. I don't have answers. The kids are asking about their dad, and she's like, well, if he doesn't want to come back, he doesn't have to. Sort of implying that she has lost control of Vision, and he's got free will again.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Because she can't force him back anymore. Or she's regretting forcing him. She feels like it's wrong. And then we get her talking to the camera again, like just a case of the Mondays. And then Agnes turns up and takes the kids.
Of course, she always turns up.
She always turns up at the right moment. And then she's like, I'll help you take the kids. And then Wanda just lets her take the kids.
Also, she's like, yes, I finally got free time to myself.
Also, someone pointed this out to me. She tries to show Wanda a wart or something.
It was a mole.
A mole or something. And apparently, like, in the witch trials or stuff, that a mole or an imperfect part of your body was, like, used as a determining factor of, like, witches.
Oh.
So, yeah, that was maybe a little subtle plug that maybe future events in this episode might reveal themselves.
I mean, people who've seen this, they know what happens in the episode, by the way. You don't have to keep
I like just coaxing people. We're not doing full spoilers. We're doing spoiler-ish.
Not watch this alongside the episode.
But yeah, spoilers. Agnes is the bad guy, or potential bad guy. She's basically kidnapped the kids, and then...
I don't think she's the full bad guy, but...
No, but do you want to go, and then do you want to still just do it in order, or do you want to just jump about a bit?
We'll just jump about a bit. Just talk about the moments that you actually kind of find, like, actually very interesting.
Well, Vision gets his own scene where he's talking to the camera, and he's like, I think Wanda is trying to stop us because Darcy and Vision snaps Darcy out of the thing because he's shown to be able to do that. And then Darcy's like, oh, well, you got to go and get Wanda and come along and we'll just get out of here. And then they're getting stopped at traffic lights and all of like these...
I don't think it's Wanda stopping her.
No, but the Vision thinks it is because he's like, she doesn't want me to come home, but I don't know why. And it's like, why am I doing an interview? I need to be going. And then just zips out the phases through the top of the van and then just goes. And we don't know.
That's the last we see.
That's the last we see of him in this episode. And Darcy's like, oh yeah, I'll just get on my way then. And then,
very quickly, do you think last episode, when Vision left the Hex, do you think Agnes was trying to make him leave the Hex and not come back in?
I don't know.
Because Agnes was talking to him. And he was going to leave anyway, but like, by her saying, maybe she wanted to get him out. Maybe it's her wanting to get Vision out of the Hex.
Maybe. I don't know what her plan is. I'm sure it'll get revealed.
Maybe it's to do with like taking Wanda's powers or something.
Because she's very... yeah, people have said that, but you pointed out that the book that she's got, because there's obviously a book, might be the
Darkhold.
Darkhold,
which is supposedly like the most powerful book in.
Which has also turned up in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but it looks very different.
Yeah, that's because the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Before Disney pumped all their money into television, they had the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and all of that, like the Netflix.
But that was a prop.
Yeah. And it had
this one's CGI.
Or bits and pieces are. It's probably enhanced with CGI. Like I'm sure it's still a prop that they've just put little lights.
I reckon it could be. The thing is, people are speculating it's not the same Darkhold. It's a Darkhold from another reality.
Potentially. But speaking of other realities, the ad for this episode was the Nexus of Depression or whatever it was. It's like a pill.
Yeah, which is definitely like a modern American advert.
and so we Googled it prior to this episode, and we went, it's either referring to Wanda herself as a nexus of realities, or it's a reality, like a load of different realities that could happen.
Well, the whole meaning of nexus is like everything combining into one. So it's the same reason in Age of Ultron they talked about the Nexus, which was the global data hub, which all the data passed through the Nexus.
Did you want to mention your theory that it might be Ultron?
I think Ultron's involved in this, because James Spader is in the casting list.
Is he?
He's in the casting list somewhere.
Maybe he just does a voice.
Yeah, but it's like, it could be a flashback or something else. The director wants to rebuild Vision, who was Ultron's body.
Also, everyone's been saying that there's a surprise cameo that no one knows about yet, and it wasn't Quicksilver.
Yeah, like it's like not been leaked apparently.
Yeah,
it's likely Doctor Strange, but I hope it's not.
Yeah, but Paul Bettany did an interview, and it was someone I haven't worked with before, but he did work with James Spader, so maybe not.
Did he work with Doctor Strange? I don't think he did.
No, he would have had maybe because
he did have a scene with Doctor Strange.
No, but he's in the same film, so I'd imagine it's
someone... They filmed it separately.
Yeah. But I mean, it's probably someone not from the universe that we've seen before. So
it'd be great if it's Deadpool, and it probably won't be. But
imagine if it's Deadpool. What are they going to do if it's Deadpool?
It might be.
Well, to be fair, there is precedent because he is jumping around at the end of Deadpool 2.
Yeah, like just at the end, it's like Deadpool just turns up like, "Hey guys,"
because he's turning up at the end of Green Lantern. He's turning up, he's killing Ryan Reynolds, who created the script for. Yeah, I don't even think that he created the script. But
no, he just when he read the script,
when he read the script, he shot him, and then but he's in different realities, so you could theoretically do Deadpool because it would make sense. But I don't know if Paul Bettany would like to work with Ryan Reynolds. Maybe, I don't know.
I don't know. He might do. I think it could be Deadpool. I really do.
Oh yeah, we finally find out who that aerospace engineer is, and it's no one.
Yeah, just a NASA employee, because NASA does.
Although
space as
people have said that maybe they're not there, and they're the one who sent it over. So
maybe
there's still potential, but they send like a NASA rover or something that's heavily armored to try and get Monica Rambeau back in.
It has the same density as the Hex.
Yeah, apparently, and then it rams into it, and it starts crashing.
It can't quite get through.
And then it starts, and she has to get out, and she does a bit of a fall when she gets out, bashes about, and then she stands up and goes, "I can get through," and runs through. And you get voices when she's trying to pass through. People.
It's a mother as well talking, is it not?
Her mum, Captain Marvel, Nick Fury turns up in there, I think. If you turn on the captions, you can actually see who is talking. And so you get a bunch of different voices and everything powering her up, and she gets through, and then her eyes are lit up, so she's now got her powers, which is an interesting thing.
Also, back to Ultron. Ultron was also mentioned in this episode again.
Yes, he was.
So I still think Ultron's involved.
I would love Ultron back, because he's one of my favorite villains in the MCU. Short-lived, but I love him, because if you want to do it, you could technically say that he's on a hard drive somewhere, because Vision locked him out of the internet, but if he's on a hard drive, how are you going to defeat that?
Yeah, he may have done that himself, like as a precaution.
Or people have rampant speculation. They're trying to get the Ultron code out of Vision because Ultron had partly uploaded his code into Vision.
Yeah, of course we true.
So you could, because it was the fact that they stopped Ultron's version getting in it. It was Jarvis's code that got put in as well. So it's a mixture of both. And Vision in Ultron says he is a part of both of them, and he creates himself as Vision. And then if they're just trying to harvest, because they could be revealed to be agents of Hydra.
Yeah.
Whenever I say agents, I want to say S.H.I.E.L.D. So they could be trying to get that code to recreate an Ultron, or people have said Sentinels, which are the big old things in X-Men.
We'll wait and see. But there's no point having Sentinels yet, unless you have mutants.
No. But I want to talk about when Agnes has the kids, and that kid who, one of them, Billy or Tommy, has the moment, because before he was talking about how loud everything is, and then when he goes to her house, it's all quiet, and he likes it there.
Yeah.
And that always stood out as a bit of a weird thing, because it's like he can't hear anything there. And then Wanda goes there, and she can hear stuff. She can hear like all of the noises that Billy was potentially hearing, because she's got similar powers to him. Or Tommy. I don't know which one's which. I'm guessing Billy, because Billy is the speedster, but maybe not. Who cares?
We also did get a mini fight scene between Wanda and Rambeau.
Yeah, Rambeau, when she finally gets through, she finds she finds Wanda. God, I don't know why this is so confusing for my head. And she talks to her, and Wanda's like, "Get the fuck out of my house again," and then forces her and then drops her, but she does the superhero landing.
Of course. A cringy landing. That's what you need in your life.
And then Agnes turns up and drags her away, like Wanda away, like going, "You don't need to be here anymore. You're upsetting her," and go away. Also, people have said that the delivery person who it cuts to has been in all of the episodes as a different delivery person. And so, like, they've said that why would you introduce someone who you've not seen throughout the episodes? So maybe it's the delivery like, there.
There is a chance people are overthinking this.
Yeah. Also, we still don't know what happened to the bee suit man.
Yeah, that was weird. It just disappeared. He got rewinded and then, like, bye.
Yeah, like, maybe he's in that basement. Maybe the bee suit man is Mephisto.
I don't think it is, but...
But yeah, we get Wanda going down into the basement to find the book. And then Agnes reveals herself as Agatha Harkness. And purple magic goes over Wanda's eyes. And Wanda is now maybe under control of her. And then it cuts to like a title sequence where it's all Agnes.
That's Agnes all along.
And it shows her puppeteering Herb. When the magic show's happening, she's like making everyone laugh. And then she there when Vision does her thing, or his thing. And then it's her talking to Wanda in the episodes that are happening now. And then she's like, "I killed the dog as well."
I killed Sparky.
And then it just cuts, I think.
Yeah, and then there was a mid-credit scene.
Which I didn't watch, because you can't set a precedent that there isn't an end credit scene after the credits.
I watched every single credits to wait for it to happen, and I was right, it eventually happened.
This is the only one that I haven't sat through all of the credit sequence, because I was like, oh, it's not going to happen. And then the one that I don't watch, it ends. But people... And then it's Monica Rambeau going around the back of the house, Agnes's house, going to the cellar doors, and then Quicksilver pops up, and then people, there's a blink and you'll miss it moment, but the purple magic goes around her eyes, or her eyes aren't blue anymore; they're purple.
Oh,
yeah, what? Like her eyes aren't blue; they're purple.
Huh.
So, and also,
weird.
Like Snooper's gonna snoop is what Quicksilver says.
Also, do you think Wanda's not actually controlling everyone? Do you reckon it's actually Agatha Harkness? And then she's making them believe it's Wanda?
Potentially. But yeah, I just want to talk about the fact that her eyes are now purple. Because it's been shown that her eyes are blue when she's super powering up. But I don't know whether or not because it also shows that Agatha is controlling Quicksilver in that reveal scene. So I want to know...
still think it's actually Quicksilver.
Well, I thought that when Wanda blows him up in the last episode, like shoots him across the thing, and then he's snapped out of it now. He's no longer controlled by Agatha, and he's also trying to figure out what's happening.
Yeah, I reckon it is actual Quicksilver.
But I still want to know why her eyes are purple. Is she... Because she's got a confused expression on her face, and she's like, what's going on? And then it just...
Well, her vision is purple and blue. It might just be a kind of a...
Yeah, but it's specifically shown that Agatha's powers are like purple. Like she specifically goes for Wanda's eyes and they're purple. But they are slightly pinkish purple, so maybe...
It might not be.
It's a darker purple, but it's pinkish purple for Agatha's powers, and then this is purple. But there's also weird like tentacle vines that are purple glowing in the cellar door.
I mean, we'll have to wait and see for next episode.
Yeah.
Only thing I want to ask you, do you think Mephisto is in the series?
Potentially. I've heard the rumor that Baron Mordo from Doctor Strange, because he's going around hunting sorcerers.
Yeah.
So he might be working with Agatha to create this to get rid of all the sorcerers, potentially. Because they've said that it's someone... Why would you bring up Mephisto when you've set you've set groundwork, and it's like the devil's in the details and all of that. But if you wanted to bring it back to because it's also going to tie into Doctor Strange, and we don't know what the plot of Doctor Strange is. It's going to be a load of multiverses, so maybe it's Baron Mordo going around multiverses trying to kill sorcerers, and he needs Wanda's powers to do that. Who knows? But
people think Doctor Strange might turn up in this series to get the book back.
Maybe, because I would imagine it's probably one of his artifacts, if anything. And I think people have said that maybe she stole it whilst Endgame was happening in the 5 years between him being smoked.
Yeah.
because he's left the Earth defenseless, and it's like, well, okay, because we don't know what happened to his mate from Doctor Strange, that other dude. Wong, that's the one.
He's in Endgame.
Yeah, I know, but so he's still alive. He doesn't get snapped, so maybe Wong gets beaten, and then when Doctor Strange come back, he tells Doctor Strange all of his stuff's been stolen because powerful people have come and no Sorcerer Supreme was there to defend the Sanctum Sanctorum.
Well, we'll have to wait and see for the next episode, and I'm very excited.
Which will happen. This episode? Yeah, I really did enjoy this one. A lot of questions, and now we might finally get some answers.
Yeah, it's definitely it's hyping up now for the end.
Also, to whoever said that the last 3 episodes of WandaVision were going to be an hour long, you fucking liars. Why are you lying?
I doubted it anyway.
I never believed it, but I was just like, why are you lying? Also, people have said that there may be a secret for 10th episode.
There isn't.
There's not going. There might be, but it's probably going to be What's going to be happening is it's probably going to be one of those Mandalorian things where it's like a documentary series on how they made it.
Yeah, that maybe, but it won't be.
It won't be an actual episode, but maybe they'll have hints in that episode. But it won't be an actual episode.
Because like the whole point of saying, it'll be 9 episodes. Is like there's gonna be 9 episodes. So if you just drop a random episode, people aren't going to be expecting it. They won't be looking for it.
Yeah, they'll have moved on to Falcon and the Winter Soldier that comes out like 2 weeks after.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to that show as well.
Yeah.
But anything else you want to say about this episode?
No, that's about it. And episode 8 will happen in 3, 2, 1.